Once in a while, when you have the time, maybe during the weekend or maybe over the holidays, you can try out making some delicious and very flavorful comfort food. So in this recipe, I'm going to be showing you an amazing beef stew recipe, which is going to turn out so awesome. And also we are going to be making some delicious, flavorful green bananas, which are mashed for our side dish. So grab the ingredients and let's get cooking. I'm going to start off with my first dish, which is a delicious beef stew. So over here, I have 3/4 kg of beef that I've cut into cubes. And I'm going to start off by boiling the meat until tender. So I've placed a pressure cooker over medium-high flame. It's nice to have some simple gadgets in the house because they make work very easy. So I'm going to transfer in the meat. Add in 1.5 cups of water. Next, I'm going to crush in 2 beef seasoning cubes, which are going to add in more beef flavor to the meat while boiling. You're going to place the lid and secure the pressure cooker. Then you're going to boil your meat for around 3 to 4 whistles at most. Adding in 1 cup of water is quite enough when boiling beef because the meat is cooking under pressure, so don't add in too much water. Now, for the second dish, I'm going to be making some mashed green bananas, which are going to be so awesome. So I'm going to pick a pot, ready to make my delicious mashed bananas. And over here, I have a bunch of bananas that I've peeled and washed, ready for boiling. So place your pot over high flame. Add in 3 to 4 cups of water. Then carefully, I'm going to transfer in my chopped up bananas into the pot. Add in salt, that is a teaspoon. Boil your green bananas for around 3 to 6 minutes or until a fork can run through. And also it's going to depend on the size that you've chopped up your green bananas. I've prepped up some assorted peppers. I have crushed garlic and ginger, some carrots, and this is 1 medium onion. Lots of coriander because I'm going to be using the coriander for both dishes. And I have 3 medium tomatoes that I'm going to be blending. Also, you need some tomato paste and a beef stock cube, which is going to add in more flavor to the stew. So now it's a matter of waiting for the beef to get tender so that we can fry up and make some delicious beef stew. It's been around 5 minutes and my green bananas are still burning. So I'm going to use a fork and check if they're cooked halfway. Yeah. So I'm going to wait for around 3 more minutes so that the bananas can fully cook. And my beef stew is done boiling. It's been around 6 minutes. So I'm going to use a spatula to remove the pressure from the cooker. And when it's secure to open, I'm going to twist the lid and open. You can also put out the flames and let the pressure cooker cool by itself. Does that make sense? So this is how my meat is looking after around 6 minutes. I'm going to check if it's tender. Check on my green bananas because I don't want them to overcook. And once the fork can run through just like this, the green bananas are ready. So I'm going to put out the flames, cover and drain off the water. Once done, you're going to place on your countertop ready to mash. But first, I'm going to place my pan over medium low flame, ready to make my delicious beef stew, and add in 1.5 tablespoons of cooking oil. Spread the oil. Next, I'm going to add in 1 medium onion that is diced. Cook your onion for around 1 minute until you have a nice golden brown color. Also, I'm going to transfer in my tomatoes to a small blender and blend until smooth. After 10 seconds, the tomatoes are well pureed. I'm going to check on my onions. Reduce the flames a little bit so that the onions can slowly cook, and while the onions are cooking, they're going to release their natural sugars, and then they're going to get a little bit sweet in a very nice way. And when the onion is looking this good, you're going to add in your crushed garlic and ginger. Stir in and saute for around 30 seconds until the kitchen is smelling amazing. Browning the onions and garlic is going to add in so much flavor to the beef stew. So once you notice that the garlic and ginger is well cooked, you're going to add in your pureed tomatoes. Add in a heaped tablespoon of tomato paste. Stir in. We added in 2 beef seasoning cubes while boiling our meat. So the next step, we're going to be adding in a beef stock cube, which is going to add in more flavor. We're building flavor. This is the foundation of your delicious beef stew, so it has to be very flavorful. I'm going to mash down the stock cube, reduce the flames to medium-low, and let the tomatoes cook for around 1 to 2 minutes, or until you notice a thin layer of cooking oil. Now I'm going to get back into my mashed green bananas. While my tomatoes are cooking, I'm going to place a small pot, which I'm going to be sauteing my carrots for my mashed bananas. So I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Add in 1 large carrot that I've chopped up into little pieces, and to add in a very nice flavor to the mashed bananas, I'm going to add in a beef seasoning cube, which is quite optional. You can add in some salt. Then I'm going to pick a spatula. Stir in the carrots and cook for around a minute. And after a minute, you're going to add in a bunch of chopped up coriander. Put out the flames, and this is going to add in so much flavor to the mashed green bananas. This is what you're looking for. Now I'm ready to mash my green bananas, which are nice and tender and well seasoned. I'm going to add in my flavorful carrots and coriander. Mash everything up. And because the bananas are well mashed, it's going to be so easy for you to use your masher. Mash down the bananas. Add in a knob of butter, which is going to add in a very nice buttery taste to your green bananas. And once done, just look how gorgeous the green bananas are looking. When done, you're going to cover. Then you're going to wait for your beef stew to get ready. So I'm going to place aside. This is how your tomatoes should be looking like once ready. So you're going to stir. Add in a heaped teaspoon of dry and wet seasoning for beef. Then you're going to stir in. This is the only spice that I'm going to be using for this dish, and it's quite flavorful. because it's a combination of several spices. So next you're going to transfer back your meat into the pan together with the broth, which is so flavorful. Stir in. Just look how glossy and delicious the beef stew is looking at this point. I absolutely love how it's looking at this point, and we are not yet done cooking. So you're going to reduce the flames to low and simmer your beef stew for around 5 to 6 minutes, or until the sauce is a little bit reduced, because we are going to be serving with our mashed potatoes because we're going to be serving with our mashed green bananas. So you need the stew to be a little bit on the wet side. I'm going to check the seasoning. I'm going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, which is going to stabilize the acidity of the dish. Check the seasoning one more time. Yum. Add in my assorted peppers, which are going to add in color and lots of sweetness to the dish. Stir in. Don't add in too much water to the stew, because you're going to make all the nice flavors disappear from the stew. So now I'm ready to serve because the beef stew is ready. I'm going to garnish with some coriander, which is going to add in lots of flavor to the dish. And that is the final touch. Put out the flames. And then I'm going to stir in the coriander. Oh my, this is looking so delicious. I'm just tempted to touch because it's looking so delicious. So I'm going to pick a plate where I'm going to be serving my delicious green mashed bananas and beef stew. It's been 1 hour making my delicious 2 recipes, and they've turned out awesome. The mashed green bananas are buttery, flavorful, and filled with veggies, which make the mashed green bananas look so good. The beef, let me tell you, if you try out this recipe, it will be a to-go recipe because it needs very few ingredients and spices, but it turns out amazing. Hope you'll be giving this recipe a try. Bye.